Cooking Adventures with Katie. Season 3. Monday Mouthful. On breakfast. Hey everybody, and welcome to Cooking Adventures with Katie. Season 3. On today's Monday Mouthful, I'm in the office. That's what's happening here. I'm about to play video games, so I'm doing this real quick before I get to be lazy, because I never get to play my video games. So, work first, then play. So, today we're going to chat a little bit about breakfast. And the food that we are going to be beginning breakfast with is eggs. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and there's going to be, I'll let y'all know a little bit of my plan about what's going to be kind of happening in September with cooking adventures and just kind of what in general is going on. Nothing crazy, and this is all behind the scenes stuff that y'all aren't going to see per se. So we'll get to that. So, breakfast foods. So, breakfast is the first meal taken after rising from a night's sleep, most often eaten in the early morning before undertaking the day's work. But it was not until the 15th century that breakfast came into written English to describe a morning meal. Neolithic peoples ate a sort of porridge, though this was predictably a staple across both meals during the day. Yes, both. Let's see, in ancient Egypt, they ate 1 or 2 daily meals, one of those probably being in the morning, again, before work. In ancient Greece, there was an Ariston, I want to say Aristone, but which was a meal taken shortly after sunrise. The Ariston was moved around to noon, and acratisma took its place in the morning time. Now, acratisma consisted of bread dipped in wine. They also made a type of pancake that they topped with honey and cheese. Now, Romans had genticulum, and that normally composed of last night's dinner, breads, cheeses, olives, and nuts with sweetened, spiced wine. There was no set time, and it wasn't eaten. There was no set time, and it was eaten anywhere from 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. It was probably the only meal of the day, as during the Roman times, if you ate more than once, they viewed you as a glutton, or you were rich and could do that. So let's see. There was no real breakfast during the Middle Ages, with lunch and dinner being the only formal meal times. Later medieval times allowed breakfast for children, sick, and traveling noblemen and hard laborers. Now, breakfast is the most important meal of the day was a marketing campaign launched by General Mills in 1944. Native Americans snacked throughout the day and often fasted for days at a time. American colonists ate breakfast, but only after hours of work, and it was a harried affair. So they woke up, went out and worked. Sorry for shaking. Woke up, went out and worked, came back, ate a quick breakfast, and then went back to work. Cereal was invented by men like John Harvey Kellogg, who believed cereal would improve Americans' health, as well as keep them from desiring sex and other frowned upon sexual acts. Yes, this is true. So, going back to the breakfast is the most important meal of the day, since 1944, breakfast is the most marketed meal of the day. As back in the day, they were like, lunch is set, dinner set, breakfast. So, yeah. So, now, Eggs. We're going to begin this September with eggs for breakfast. Prior to 1920s, a majority of Americans ate a more modest, often meatless breakfast that might include fruit, a grain porridge, or a roll, and usually a cup of coffee. As a matter of fact, in France today, a cup of coffee is a perfectly fine breakfast, with that being it. In the 1920s, a marketing campaign started by Beechnut Packing Company was initiated to increase consumer demand for bacon, of all things. Turning to an internal doctor, the doctor confirmed that a heavier breakfast was more beneficial for the American diet, or excuse me, for the American public than a lighter one. So a doctor who worked for Beechnut said, yeah, heavy breakfasts are good. This doctor wrote to 5,000 of his doctor friends. Wrote to 5,000 of his doctor friends and asked them to confirm it as well. So, bacon and eggs. The study of these doctors was published. Now, that aside, a whole egg contains 6% of your daily value of vitamin A, 5% your daily value of folate, which is good for the pregnant ladies and people who would like to get pregnant, as well as for the little babies themselves. It is 7% of the daily value of B5, 9% B12, 15% B2, 9% phosphorus, 22% selenium, with good amounts of other vitamins. One egg has 77 calories, 6 grams of protein, 5 grams of your healthy fats. So, and actually, backyard chickens are best, especially if the chickens are fed flaxseed, increasing them omega-3s. Yes, eggs are high in cholesterol. However, cholesterol in the diet does not necessarily raise cholesterol in the blood. Egg raises HDL, or the good cholesterol. A study showed 2 eggs a day for 6 weeks increased your HDL by 10%, or the studies people's HDL by 10%. Eggs contain choline, which is used to build cell membranes, and it helps produce signaling molecules in the brain. In 30% of people, eggs can mildly raise your LDL or bad cholesterol. However, this is due to the eggs changing the particles from dense, small particles to large particles. And this is linked to lower risks in heart disease. So if eggs raise your LDL, is because it's raising your LDL in density, I think. So no, it's lowering the density. So instead of having like a whole bunch of little beads of LDL cholesterol, you've got one giant thing of LDL cholesterol, but it's less dense. So it's there, but it's lighter. Now, eggs have lutein and zeaxanthin, that build up the retina of the eye. One study showed that eating 2 egg yolks a day for 4 weeks increased lutein blood levels by 28 to 50%, and zeaxanthin levels by 114 to 142%. So, lutein blood levels by a quarter to a half plus more, or plus a quarter to a half more, and zeaxanthin levels doubled plus some. So that's pretty good. Now, in a review of 17 studies with 263,938 people, so a rather large study, between those studies, all of these together created a very large study, but it was a comparison between these 17 studies. No association was found between egg consumption and heart disease or stroke. So, no, they don't. They don't cause it. One study of 30 overweight women, which is one study with a tiny, tiny sample size, eating an egg breakfast instead of a bagel breakfast increased feelings of fullness and made them automatically eat fewer calories for the next 36 hours. Another study showed that replacing a bagel breakfast with an egg breakfast caused significant weight loss over an 8-week period. So, they took out their carby breakfast and added something high in protein, high in fat, and high in nutrients in general, and the people lost weight, and the people ate less. These are small studies, though, so keep that in mind. The bigger the study, the longer the studies are, the more comprehensive the results. So, keeping those in mind. So, the recipes for this week. You could do coddled eggs, poached eggs, and now I have a poached egg Blackstone for that one. Flan, or eggs Benedict was suggested by RJ. So, coddled eggs, poached egg Blackstone, flan, or eggs Benedict. Which one of those would y'all like to see for the Foodie Friday? So, with that, we're going to go into the slight background of what I'm doing now. So, since breakfast was chosen, and since the breakdown of breakfast is breaking fast. When you fast, you are not eating for any length of time. The longest time that we fast is when we sleep at night and wake up in the morning and eat. So the longest time being between the last time you ate and the first time you ate. So what I am going to be doing is beginning Foodie Friday. So Foodie Friday will be my last meal. I will be fasting until the next breakfast episode, so the next Foodie Friday. So that will be from whenever I eat on Friday to Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday I will be breaking fast again with whatever breakfast item is selected then. Now, each of these breakfast items, no matter how terrible they are for you or good they are for you, I will add other things to them. So it'll be like if like pancakes is chosen for one of the episodes, I will have pancakes, but then I will also have like something else with it healthy. So I will have like a rather large meal to make sure I get all of the nutrients that I need in order to sustain me until the next fast. Now, if I wake up lethargic or get sick or pass out or something terrible happens, I'm going to stop and I'm going to break my fast. So I will be safe about it. So y'all don't worry. It's okay. It's good. And then and now there's also like a wedding going on this month too. So I'll be having Foodie Friday, and then I'll be going to like a wedding that Saturday, so I'll be eating that day as well because it's a celebration. So we fast and then we feast. It's the same with Jason's wedding last week. I fasted and I feasted, and I'm fasting again. And also, if at any time y'all are watching and y'all think I look sickly, or if I have like dark circles under my eyes, or I look bad, y'all let me know. Either comment below or go to the Facebook page, anything. Let me know. So that's kind of the general plan. I'm running out of time on my phone, so with that being said, please like, subscribe, comment, and please vote on the Facebook page, Cooking Adventures with Katie, or the comments below, or the Twitter, where the handle is @CookAdventure. So I will see y'all on Friday with whatever the selected dish is. Yes. Bye, guys.